Portal's Numerology course, Module 2C, Life Cycles and Pinnacles. This module explores the life cycles, the circumstances, and pinnacles, opportunities. Life cycles. While there are natural cycles of birth, life and death, there are also cycles related to the seasons, the moon phases, and countless other aspects of life. We evolve, hopefully, by learning, going through puberty and adulthood, with many of us choosing parenthood, careers, building a home, and so on. In numerology, the life cycles are dictated by the birth date, with the resulting calculations attributed to the three main cycles in our lives. In the next module, we will delve into the yearly interpretations to break down the mini-cycles, called personal years, and the associated essences. When Elliot taught me about calculating the date of birth, it was in the format used in the US, month, day, year, even though I'd been brought up in Australia, where we used the day first, day, month, year. While she couldn't explain why she used that format, apart from the fact that it was the way she was taught, I continued to use it. That is, until one day, years later, I decided to try it the Aussie way. It wasn't long before I discovered that it skewed the whole meaning and interpretation of the numerology readings I was conducting. People were telling me that what I was interpreting didn't seem like them, or that it wasn't accurate. After trying the reverse date on my own chart, I realized that somehow it was out of whack. When I switched back to Elia's way, everything fell back into place. I don't know why, but my only reason is that's the way I was taught, and it's what works. Using my birth date, 9/5/1966, I break down the numbers for each as following: 954, which are reduced to single digits. So 9, 5 and 4 for the year 1966 equals 22, then 2 plus 2 equals 4. Then I place these numbers on the left side of the life cycle pinnacle grid, as you can see here, 954. These three numbers represent the life cycles in my chart. Then I calculate the periods of each life cycle to find the ages, by first deducting my destiny number from 36. For example, I am a destiny 9, so 36 minus 9 equals 27. My first life cycle is from birth to the age 27, which is ironic since we always use the number 27 to measure each life cycle. See below. So we have 0 to 27 for the first life cycle, 27 to 54 for the second life cycle, and 54 onwards for the third life cycle. So I've taken 9, my destiny, from the number 36, which comes to 27. So the ages are 0 to 27, then adding 27 to 27 equals 27 to 54, and then the final cycle, 54 onwards. As you can see, the first life cycle ends at the age 27, then the number 27 is added to it to equal 54, which creates the second life cycle, and the third life cycle starts at 54 years of age until the end of my life. We always use the number 36 to start with when it comes to calculating the life cycles, by deducting our destiny number from it. When it comes to calculating the ages, we add the number 27. So we have three life cycles dictated by the ages 0 to 27, 27 to 54, and 54 onwards. That's for my numbers. Before we go on to reveal the meanings of each life cycle, let's take a look at the pinnacles and do the calculations. Pinnacles. The pinnacles are the opportunities in our lives, whether they are personal goals, achievements in our career, or new pathways in life. They might be random twists and turns in the road, or something as simple as having a baby. Not that there's anything simple about that. While the life cycles reflect what's going on or has gone on in the background of our lives, the pinnacles show us what's happening or will happen in the foreground, namely, the things we either didn't expect or goals and outcomes we strived for. To calculate the ages for the pinnacles, we use the same age that we calculated for the first life cycle. For example, mine was 27. And then we add 9 years to each age as follows. Ages 0 to 27, when I add 9 to it, it comes up to 36. And then 36 plus 9 is 45. And then 45 onwards is the final period for the pinnacle. This is for my chart, of course. So the first age, the pinnacles cover 0 to 27. The second age is 27 to 36. The third age is 36 to 45. And the fourth is 45 onwards. So, as I explained previously, I added 9 to the number 27 and got 36, which creates the ages for the second pinnacle, and so on. Now we will calculate the pinnacles for each 4 periods. We take the numbers from the reduced birth date we used previously, 9, 5, 4. We start calculating the first pinnacle by adding the first 2 numbers, 9 plus 5, which equals 14. Then we add 1 plus 4 to get the single digit, which equals 5. This is the first pinnacle for the ages 0 to 27 in my chart. We then add the second and third numbers from the reduced date as follows. So that's 5, 4. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Number 9 is the second pinnacle for ages 27 to 36. So as you can see, the first pinnacle is governed by the number 5, and we got that digit by adding 9 plus 5, which equals 14, and then we add 1 plus 4 to get the single digit. So that's 9 plus 5 from my birth date. The result is number 5 as a single digit. That's the first pinnacle for me. And then the second and third numbers from the reduced birth date, 5 plus 4 equals 9. So then we added that to the chart to show that the pinnacles for the ages 27 to 36 are governed by the number 9. For the third pinnacle, we need to add the first 2 pinnacles together. 5 plus 9 equals 14, and then reduce to a single digit. 1 plus 4 equals 5, which is the number for the third pinnacle. So you can see it here, we added 5 plus 9, which equals 14, and then 1 plus 4 equals 5. For the fourth pinnacle, we add the first and last dates of the reduced birth date, 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 equals 13. Then 1 plus 3 equals 4 as a single digit, so 4 is the number for the fourth pinnacle. Again, this is just for my chart. You can see the numbers included in the final life cycles and pinnacles chart. Task 18. Calculate your life cycles and pinnacles, then record them in your life cycles and pinnacles chart in your workbook. The life cycles interpretations. I'm not going to read this whole chart here because you have this in your course book, so you can see that we've broken it down to the first period, the second period, and the third period. You can see the vibrations of each number. You'll notice that the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 are here showing each period. For the first period, for example, governed by the number 4, it explains what happened or is happening if it's a child's chart, and then so on. So when you do your chart you'll be able to refer back to this to see what the vibrations were for each period according to the life cycles. And again, here's the life cycles for the numbers 5, 6 and 7. You can see this in your course book and calculate accordingly. And finally, we can see the life cycles for the number 8 and the number 9. So you can refer to this and, as I said before, calculate accordingly. So here we have the interpretations for each pinnacle. If governed by the number 1, it's the opportunity for starting a successful business and being independent. Number 2, working well with others to achieve things for the common good. Number 3, communication, especially in the media, and creative success. Number 4, hard work that pays off, gaining a skill that allows for craftsmanship. Number 5, good luck and opportunities for travel, increased intellect and status. Number 6, opportunity to work in the arts and/or receiving recognition. Number 7, studies and teaching as well as the gain of spiritual knowledge. Number 8, opportunity to make money and rise in social status, material wealth. And number 9, humanitarian endeavours and opportunities to share wisdom. Task 19. Write a few paragraphs about each life cycle and pinnacle. Note where something was particularly insightful or if you feel there's something missing. Now, all these charts and all the information in the videos is included in your course book, so don't worry and if you think that you're missing out on something, you're not. It's all in your course book.